Oh boy. Well, I'm tired. I have been working nonstop, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to do the videos as of late. It's been very tough in that sense. But I wanted to talk about some stuff with what just happened with FWA, the furry convention down in Atlanta. Wow. I've seen a lot of pictures. I've seen a lot of people have a very, very good and fun time. But I've also seen some very not so nice posts about people climbing on some of the equipment, some of the hotel, going in the out of bounds sort of stuff. People getting banned from their rooms over stuff. People having negative experiences, getting, other people having criminal acts acted upon them. I'm not going to go into the details because I don't think I need to. Because this is an ongoing issue that I've seen with the online social media space, especially around cons and this space, that people just don't seem to understand boundaries, and that's something that is not cool. It's definitely not cool, and I felt I had to kind of speak about it a little bit. I'm not going to give, like I said, I don't think I need to go into the context. If you're online, this stuff is going on. You read about it. You're on Twitter. You're on Blue Sky. You see it in Discords. You see people just take things a little too far. And this isn't acceptable. This type of behavior ruins it for the rest of us that are just trying to enjoy these spaces and just trying to have fun. These parties, sometimes they get out of hand. And when they do, these cons get shut down. These spaces get shut down. And that's not the purpose of going to a furry con. That's not the purpose of it, to get places shut down. There's people that have already enough reasons that they believe in their head to try and hate the fandom. And for myself, someone that's kind of new in that sense, I'm under a year, finding very much so that I've gone through a lifetime of things with very similar ideas as to a lot of the people that I've made friends with. And to think that something like this is an opportunity where I can go meet those friends in real life, know who they are, actually just be friends. It's a very, very different journey that people take. I also recently saw a video. Someone that I've followed for a very long time posted a video. Her name is Sugar Tits. And she's put up a few videos. And recently I watched one of their videos about a furry walking around in the middle of nowhere and getting drop kicked and beat up and all this other stuff because he held a sign saying "Vote for the Furry Party" or something like that. Once again, I don't need to go into details on that. If you're online, you'll know where to find these things. And it's the same sort of thing. It's the rep. People just, for some reason, have a hatred for these things. And then you hear about the stuff that goes on at a con and someone putting their lives on the line and doing things at this con to placate and to get clicks online. All joking aside, it's a very serious topic, and it's a very serious thing that people need to realize you're ruining it. You're ruining the experience. For something where you go to a football game or a hockey game and you see a mascot walking around, you don't see somebody walking up to them trying to drop kick them or trying to berate them. You see kids smiling. You see a crowd cheering for their home team. And when people online sit there and jump into something like this, jump into the fandom and into a VR space like you see in front of you, I just do this for the fun of it. I do this because it's entertaining and it's fun. I don't have any desire for the more seedy side of things that people have gotten themselves into. Yeah, there are connections here that people do make. I'm also older. I'm I'm coming into the fandom very, very later in life. I've got a family, I'm married. And for me, this has been a experience that I truly enjoy because it lets me just be myself and be something more. And now I get to tell the tale of how this old man at this point became a furry. And I think a lot really do like that side of things. They see the more mature side of things and not doing stupid things for clicks. Yeah, I've had videos in the past where I've done a couple stupid things for clicks. That was back in the time of YouTube, back in when I had that thought of, if you had to go viral, this is the type of thing that you need to do to try and do something more. And I've since learned that that's not what this is about. That's not entertaining. That's not what people want to see. Sure, you get a rise, you get a laugh out of it, but then you continue going forward and you just get put into a box and, oh, you were this guy that did that once. Now I'd rather be in this box where you see a phoenix in front of you just trying to live his life and go through the world and just try and experience that with everyone else sitting there trying to also experience that with me. The things I saw, I've seen a lot of very, very good and positive things. The positive things, paws up, get those paws up, do more positive things, especially at these cons. Don't do stupid things. And honestly, if you're walking in and around outside or something like that at a con, make sure you have a good friend that goes with you that can kind of guide your way. You're in a fursuit. If you're in a fursuit and you don't have someone helping you through the crowds, you need to see one of your friends maybe step up and give you a hand. I've heard some things about the hotel where people waited like 20 minutes to get on an elevator, especially those that were in a fursuit. Those things are hot. They're bloody hot. And they're not something that you want to sit there and stand outside an elevator and be like, yeah, you don't want to break that magic and have to unveil what's below or what's behind the veil. That's the whole purpose of it all. A lot that go to a con, there's a reason why you don't see a lot of people trying to be on camera out beside their suit. There's a reason people do that. It breaks the magic, and some of that has really come down from like Disney with the mascotting. You do things in a very, very different light when you go out and do professional fursuiting, and when you're being a professional mascot in that sense. And that's the whole experience of all of that. I don't have a fursuit. Maybe one day I can. Maybe. I do have an idea for one, but that's a long ways away right now because I have real life. And right now, my real life takes a toll on me. And when I'm able to sit here in a world like this, be able to just relax, laugh with good friends, man, I tell you, I have not laughed my ass off more than I ever have. I'm able to sit there and laugh and joke with friends, and those times where I just make the quip and you bring down the entire room. It's those times that are worth living for and worth doing this. And do I do that in real life? Yeah, I'm very much a social person. I've always tried to be, but it's very tough when you're stuck at home and you don't have many places to go. And now you can experience the world through the eyes of an avatar or eyes of VR and just do things something more. And there's a lot of people out there that just enjoy that, and that's where it is. Going back to the Sugar Tits video that was put out there, it's a decent video. Sugar Tits, they don't consider themselves a furry. They use a female bear PNG sort of tuber at that sense, and it's the similar thing. We all like our video games, we all like to make our content, and the overlying message of the video was pretty good. And this isn't for everyone, and I get it. Not everyone's going to find themselves in this fandom or find themselves in this sense, but everyone likes to see art of their original characters, and I think that's part of what we all do and what I do. You know, I do like seeing the art, and recently there's been quite a bit of art that's come my way, and I you know, it moves me, and I sit there and I'm like, thank you very, very much. And there's days where I sit there and I draw myself, and it's a very unique experience to be able to dive into something like this. And then for there to be conventions to be able to go and just share that passion with thousands of other people at this point, it's a different world. But there's a few out there that just have their hormones running so fucking high that they can't contain it, and they have to go live life on that edge, thinking they're invincible behind the mask. You're not. You're ruining it for everyone else, and people just want to have fun. When you ruin it for everyone else, no one's having fun. Everyone suffers the consequences of that. And that's why you see people in the middle of the streets. They think the furries are the ones to pick on. Most of us, myself included, lived the life of being the kid getting picked on. I know what it was like, and I didn't like it. I don't like it today because it brings back those memories. Having to sit there and fist fight bullies. That's not fun. That never has been. I'm not a fighter. I don't try to be. I just want to stand up and be seen and say thanks for joining, and just enjoy my life, and enjoy a fandom that means so much more. Anyway, you know, police yourselves accordingly. If you go to a con, do what is necessary to make it fun for everyone else, and don't go outside the boundaries. Listen to the hotel staff. Yeah, some things get stressful, sometimes things just don't go awry, but that's where you turn around and go, okay, well, things were really bad here. You make a complaint and you get a refund. The hotel still has to live up to those things, but at the same time, when the police have to be called, haul you out of your room, watch all your friends get banned from a convention because you do stupid things, well, I got no sympathy for you. You're not helping anyone, and you're ruining it for the rest of us. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have yourselves a great day. I am your proud Canadian Phoenix, Cindershadow. I'm signing off here, and I will see you again very soon.